Dukkha is on account of vasana. Vasanas are dependent on Jagat Vishaya, which is taken as real. But just as Mruga Krishnambu Bhanga, that is how the mirage water is seen to be really not existing, so also when one knows that Jagat really doesn't exist, Vasana lose their basis and they cannot do anything as such. Now, how can we get rid of this Vasana? That is said, that continue.
Sadrashtaritu sahante samano mananadike avidyamane jagati yatsat paridrishyate. Please correct. Samano mananadike. Mananadike. Anvaya. Sadrashtari sahante samano मननादिके जगति तु अविद्यमाने यत् सत् तत् एव परिदृश्यते। सद्रष्टरि साहन्ते समनो मननादिके जगति तु अविद्यमाने यत् सत् तत् एव परिदृश्यते।
Sadrishtari, all that means is, when this jagat, this drashta, ahanta, mana, ahanta, ahankara, mana, manana, thinking, etc., is totally not there, what remains is the Sat-Tattva. Sadrishtari, all Sadrishtari, Sahante, Samano, Mananadike are adjectives to Jagati. Actually it is Jagati Avidyaman, Jagati tu Avidyaman. Tu, in contrast with present state, wherein we take the Jagat as real with all the vivid experiences. In contrast to that, Jagati Avidyamani, when Jagat is not there. What, along with what? Sadrishtari, the Drashtra Saha. Along with Drashta, the seer, perceiver, Jagat is not there. Number one. Number two, Sahante Jagati Avidyamani. Avidya means ahantaya saha sahanta. Jagat along with ahankar. Saha becomes sada. So, ahantaya saha sahanta, sahante jagati. Then, samano mananadike jagati. Mind along with the, not mind, jagat along with the mind and manana thinking. That jagat, when it is not there, means jagat along with drashta, ahankara, mana, thinking, manana is absent. Then what happens? Yet, whatever, what is that? What should we know? When all these are not there, what will remain there? Drik matram, Chaitanya Tattva, Samvit Tattva only will remain. None of these presented in terms of thoughts can ever exist. Because Drashta, Ahanta, Mana, Manana about Jagat is all in terms of thought pattern. So that will say, Yat Tat, Yat Drik matram, that is what Sat, when it is that alone remains, Tat paridrishyate, Tadeva paridrishyate. Only that Drik matra, Sat only is cognized. Eva means none of the Drashta, Ahankara or Mana, Manana and Jagat is perceived. So that's a Mithyatva nature of Jagat can be totally appreciated provided Satyatva of the Jagat is directly cognized. Otherwise, it is what is called as Paroksha Jnana. Paroksha Jnana, it is indirect knowledge in the sense of information bits. It is not first-hand discovery. It is not first-hand discovery. So that is how it happens. Little exposure to Vedanta or reading some book of great masters gives an idea, oh, this body cannot be me, and me must be the sentient principle, etc. like that. That is true. But that is not aparoksha jnana. Jnana, any knowledge, especially in the context of direct perception and aparoksha, which is I, corresponds to the true nature of the thing to be known. Jnanam tu vastu tantram. Knowledge is vastvadhinam. Tantram is adhinam. Vastvadhinam. It should be exactly like the vastu to be known. Better you know the process of gaining the knowledge. You are listening to me now. How are you listening to me? With the use of nose, ear. So through the ear, whatever I speak, the sound pattern enters through the ear where antakarana. In antakarana, what is dormant? Thought we call as antakarana vritti, corresponding to the sound emanated from my speaking or speaking, or what is the sound that is there is there. So what happens? This thought takes the form, akara, of the shabda. Shabda means whatever sound that you are hearing. It is called shabdakara antakarana vritti. But any antakarana vritti, any thought by itself is inert in nature. This is proved in our Upanishad, you can also prove. Shvetaketu, so Uddalaka's son, was a very great scholar, and he returned from the Gurukula. Father himself was a great scholar, but he didn't teach because after all he said daddy, and then he will not learn properly. He sent him to a different Gurukula. So that he learned, and flying colors popped and came. Father found him arrogant. He asked, Sonny, did you ask your Guru that knowledge, having known which everything else is no more? He doesn't know that such knowledge exists. Perhaps he said, he must have told, I don't think my Guru knows. Otherwise, I am such a bright student, he would have taught me. Father might have raised the eyebrows because he knows to whom he has. Then said, Bhagavan, is there such a knowledge? Please teach. But teaching continues. And the context of the mind comes. When the context of the mind comes, Father says mind is inert. Shvetaketu objects. How come? The mind with which we are experiencing all these things, how can it be ever be ever? So then says, Sonny, do one thing. From today, 15 days you are going on fast. Not your fast. change of menu. Not that fast. Real fast. But do one thing, beta. Drink lot of water. Otherwise prana will say goodbye. Drink lot of water. Father's command, he obeyed. 15 days are over because, come on beta here, sing Samaveda. Is the past master Samaveda? Daddy, I don't remember anything. Just a week back he could have, from A to Z he would have blasted and said, I don't remember anything. So don't run. You do one thing now. Slowly start taking the food. Don't eat immediately. You all know, because system is such that it will not assimilate and it will create danger. Especially this Jain Upavasa, after 40 days or so, 1 or 2 casualties are there because they suddenly eat the food. You are not supposed to do that. That system has to again get adjusted to the food. After 2-3 days, again he called the fire. Come on, chant Samaveda. It's full swing he put. Look, you know, how is this? The most subtle aspect of the food consumed goes into the constitution of antakarana. The most gross goes out as the feces. The mid portion goes into the constitution of the blood and the bones, flesh, etc. But the most subtle aspect goes to in the constitution of the mind. You had no food, therefore what happened? Mind was waning away. Mind was waning away, that's why you could not recollect what you have learned. So that's now tell me, food is inert or sentient, Satetana? Inert. So thoughts are inert. Then how are you aware? Are we aware of the thoughts? It is this Chaitanya that is my true nature which gets reflected in the thought and it illumines the thing. Just as in a dark room there are so many things placed. You bring a torch and flash it. What happens? You can see. Like that. But here Chaitanya directly doesn't illumine. It is unconnected to everything. But this Chaitanya, this Antakarana is made up of such subtle Panchamahabhutas. Food is made up of 5 elements. Made of one another. It has got a capacity to reflect, as it were, the Chaitanya. What is it called? Chidabhasa. Or reflected or Pratibimba of Chaitanya. Reflected Chaitanya. That which makes it. Now what happens is, our thought, that means, is made known by who? This. Now, if Drashta, now let us take one by one here said. Drashta, who is the? I am the seer notion, which is constituted of what? I, notion, thought, and Chidabhasa. Drishta, that's okay. Then Ahanta, again, I notion that me is the body plus Chidabhasa, and Chidabhasa means Chit, Chaitanya, Bimba, you have to take into account. Then comes Mana, psyche, again it is made up of Antakarana, that is thought patterns only, with the process of the thought. Manana, thinking, process of the thoughts, all are what? Made up of what? So now, and Jagat, how is the Jagat is presented to you? Suppose you see an elephant. Elephant enters your mind? No? Then what happens? Elephant akara vritti is born. A thought corresponding to the elephant is born. So therefore, the perception of the Jagat is presented to us through the channels of thought patterns corresponding to the Vishayas, things perceived. If this principle is known, so therefore, knowledge is true to the nature of the thing to be known. That's what we say as what? Jnanam tu vastu tantram. Tantram means adhinam. Jnana depends on the vastu, the thing to be known. Now, what do we want to know in Vedanta? Atma Swarupa, that is the basis of me as the true I, or in the other words, the Adhisthana, the basis of entire cosmos. If that is to be known, what should be the Antakarana vritti? Atmakara. Atma is no akara. Atma is no form. In fact, this is a very great discussion in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, Shankara Bhashya. It's not 15, 18. Siddhim prato yatha brahma tatha moti bodhami. So there is a very great discussion. Atma has no akara. Atma has no akara is correct. It has no dimension. But just as in the case of sound, what happens? Our Antakarana can correspond to, take to the form of the sound. So also there is provision in the Antakarana because of its very constitution to become just replica of Atma. Atma is nirvishesha. In Atma, Vishesha, characteristic features like Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha are not there. Free from that. Atma is Sukshma. Sukshma means it is Nirguna. Atma is what? Swachha, not contaminated by anything. Atma is Nirmala, totally free from Jagat. Antakarna can exactly become like this. Antakarna can become Ati Sukshma, Ati Swachha, Ati Nirmala, and it's just a replica of this. This is what Atma Jnana. Otherwise, any number of information you may gather, you may be a better informed person, but you can't know what Atma Jnana is. See, that is why when Vedanta comes, first lesson is what? To the annoyance of everyone. Viveka, Vairagya. That Viveka is okay, that Vairagya is why that Vairagya? And in the Upanishad you take, in the text you take, either at the beginning or at the end or the suppose you started, my God, there is no Viveka. But suddenly somewhere it is because without that, your it's not like academic study or university. Have you seen any university? Saraswati, you are applying for possession of a PhD degree. Have you got Shuddhabodhananda? Viveka Vairagya is that. Everywhere. All that you need is intelligence. For Vedanta, very high intelligence is not required. All that is necessary is common intelligence. But preparedness of the mind. In terms of what? Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, Damadi, Shatka, Sampatti, Mumukshutva. These are idiots. Why? This is unless you have this disposition, Atma Jnana is Bahuduram. You will get lot of punya. By exposure to Shravana, Vedanta inquiry, you will get such a punya which will be unsurpassed to any other thing. But punya itself cannot give Atma Jnana. At best, it can nullify your duritas. Duritas are what? Past sins, and therefore can give maturity, and then take to Viveka, Vairagya, etc. That is there, etc. So that is the case. So that is why, see, we have got two margas. Our Vedic culture itself like that. Pravritti marga, Nivritti marga. Pravritti marga, act and achieve, do things, but how? According to dharma. And in course of time, you get the maturity, you can take to Nivritti marga to know who am I, who is Ishvara, what is the basis of Jagat, etc. So now this is the case. That is, there is a provision in the Antakarana which can conform itself to Atma Swarupa, and that is how knowledge is possible. If Ishvara, when creating the Jagat, this provision had he not kept, Atma Jnana is next to impossible. Next to impossible. That is what he says here. Jagat, when the Jagat, so that means now what state do you need now? Jagat, absence of Jagat, along with who? Drashta, Ahanta, Mana and Manana. Come on. In one thing, if you eliminate, all these are gone. What is that thing? Antakarana. That is what is called as Manonasha. Antakarana, Mana means what? Thoughts. All these are presented in terms of thoughts. Sun is there, S-U-N sun. Moon is there. S-U-N sun also will be. Okay, no problem. So, how do you know? Again this, in terms of your indriyas, antakarana vrittis, which are illuminated by the Chaitanya. If the Chaitanya were not there, what that thought can do for you? In darkness, so many things are there, but you can't see it. So therefore, Drikmatra avashishyate. So what he said is, Yat Drikmatram Sat Tat Paridrishyate. That only remains. Remember, we are at the fag end of that text. I think there were, in the Devasistha, how many stanzas? 623 or something, I don't remember now. Out of it now only around 35-40 are remaining. So it has to be, with all this has been already discussed and asserted at length, but that context has come here, that's why we are seeing this. So now the question is, what is the nature of that Sat? Tat, Yat, which is Drikmatram, Chaitanya Tattva only, Sat, Tat Paridrishyate, that only remains. The question is, what is the nature of that Sat that is being described? Continue.
Yatra no vasana naiva vasako naiva vasyata kevalam kevali bhavaha samshanta kalana brahmaha. Anvaya, first line as it is, Yatra no vasana.
No, no.
No,
You can talk English, no.
Yatra na vasana, na eva vasakaha, na eva vasyata, kevalam samshanta kalana brahmaha, kevali bhavaha.
Asti. And asti.
And asti.
Yatra. What is this yatra? Yasmin Satswarupe. And what is the Yasmin Satswarupe? Where Drashta is not there, Ahamta is not there, Mana is not there, Manana is not there. As a result, Jagat itself is not there. In that Satswarupa, Atma, Brahma and Brahma alone to the total exclusion of entire creation Jagat. So, Yastra no vasana. Vasanas are not there. Why vasanas are not there? Ashraya, locus for vasana, Vishaya, Jagat is not there. No vasana. Naiva vasakaha. Vasakaha here is Jiva having vasana, because Jiva also is a part of creation. When Jagat is not there, Jiva is. Do you know for whom Jagat is there? See, do you know how great you are? For your sake, Ishvara creates the Jagat. See, who is great now? Are you greater than Ishvara? There is in Brahadharnika there is a Madhu Brahmana. Because of us, Ishvara is there, and because of Ishvara, we are. Because of us, Prithvi is there, because of Prithvi, we are there. Because of us, Sun is there, because of Sun, we are there. Parasparam bhavaya. Parasparam bhavaya. Each depends on this. Because Prithvi Devata wanted to have that status of Prithvi Devata. Without Jivas, how it will be possible? Jiva. For Jivas to have Bhoga Prithvi is mutual. It is a mutual thing. So that means you are the one who appoints even Ishvara. Are you not great? To begin with, you are the one who appoints Ishvara. But in reality, what? Fill in the blank. You are Ishvara. You have no right to complain about this. What is this? Ishvara creates all this. Jagat full of misery, etc. Complaint against you only. Because in our ignorance we isolate ourselves from the Jagat and Ishvara, and therefore what is room for all these complaints, etc. See, Vedanta is simple, but it should be known in the right perspective. Otherwise there is no end to it at all. That clarity must be there. When the clarity is there, you find the necessity of Viveka and Vairagya. And to the extent you develop Viveka Vairagya, you proceed further in discovering your Swarup, all mutually dependent. Then you can't say, Acha, let me practice Viveka Vairagya and then take to Vedanta. How do you learn to swim? Left stroke, right stroke, hind stroke, front stroke, and you first practice in Dandapil or the bed. Because you have to enter the water. How can I enter the water? Jump, drink some water. So that's why it happens if you go to a training school to learn swimming, there is a guy there. And this fellow has no courage to step and push it there. So like that, jump in Vedanta, and slowly you will come to know all this is how it has to be taken to. But proper teaching must be there, okay? That is important. Proper teaching must be there. So that it says, Yatra Yasmin Sat Sarupe is no Vasana, Vasanas are not there, Naiva Vasakaha, Naeva Vasaka is Jiva having Vasana, Naiva Vasyatam. Vasatam can mean two ways. That is, Vasana Yogya, means that which can generate Vasana, such a thing, Vishayas are not there. Or the status of being the Vishaya of Vasana, that also is not there. Is that which can generate or that which can be the locus of the Vasana, that is not the Vasyata, is not there. Then what is there? Whereas Kevalam means Shuddham, that and that alone, nothing other than that. So Kevalam, Yatra Kevalam is Samshanta Kalana Brahma, Kevali Bhava. We'll come to that Kevali Bhava afterwards. First, Samshanta, Samyak Shanta, totally pacified. What? The Brahma, the delusion. What delusion? Kalana Brahma. Kalana Brahma is Kalpana Brahma. That means totally free from the imagined projection about wrong notion, about me, the individual, the world, Jagat, the total, and Ishvara, the creator. So totally free from all these wrong notions. And what is that actually? Kevali Bhavaha Asti. That means existence, and existence alone, without anything else whatsoever, without any projection whatsoever, what is namely Chaitanya Swarupa Atma Drik Matra is there, samsara. If that is the case, who is the culprit? Who projects this, present all this samsara? The culprit is what? Continue.
Yasya satyo prasatyo va shunya eva hi yakshakaha vilinastasya kaivalya kimanyat avashishyate. Anvaya, first line as it is. Yasya satyaha api asatyaha va yakshakaha शून्यः एव हि one more time.
Correct.
यस्य सत्यः अपि असत्यः वा यक्षकः शून्यः एव हि विलीनः तस्य कैवल्यात् अन्यत् किम् अवशिष्यते?
Question is like this. The one in whose case this yakshaka is not there. Do you know who is the yakshaka? Yakshaka, that means ghost in the form of mind. The ghost in the form of mind. What type of yakshaka is not there. How it is not there, we will see. Yasya, the one in whose case. Who is that Yasya here? Not any person. So Yasya here stands for the one who is a viveki and jnani. Because in the case of ignorant person, you cannot hope to be free from mind. The one who has got Atma Jnana, and in that Atma Jnana, Akhandakara Vritti, Sakshatkara, even the last trace of mind in terms of Akhandakara Vritti means that Antakarana Vritti conforming to the Atma Swarupa in its true nature, that is there, and by Nishtha, even that drops off, you are nothing but Atma Swarupa, self-evident. To us, for knowing anything, we need the help of Jnanendriya, sense organs, along with the mind. But to know Atma, nothing else is necessary. Why? It is the very knowledge principle which lends the power of knowing to Indriyas and the Antakarana mind. And in the final stage of knowledge, the trace of the mind called Akhandakara Vritti, Atmakara Vritti, Brahmakara Vritti, a Vritti corresponding to the true nature of Atma, replica of Atma, that removes the Ajnana, and while removing the Ajnana, itself drops down. What remains is Atma Swarupa. It doesn't need any knowing principle. Why? Na deepasya anya deepecha. For you to see, light is necessary. But for us to see the light, no other light is necessary. To see the sun, what light you take? Even if you flash the torch, it is not going to. It is not going to. Because the sunlight will overpower the torch light. So that is there. So nothing else is necessary. But for why? For Indriyas, Chidabhasa is necessary because Indriyas are inert. For Mana Buddhi, Chidabhasa is necessary because they are inert. But for the Chaitanya, which is a very basic knowledge principle, nothing else is necessary. So that is why I say, this Yakshakaha, whether you call from the Vyavahara Satya truly, because his Vyavahara mind is very powerful. So it's difficult to handle the mind. Satya means from Vyavaharika standpoint, even if you take that Yakshaka, Manorupa Yakshaka, Satya, or Pratibhasika, subjective. So you have mind, how to know? You see, once a devotee went to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Maharaj, this mind is harassing me like anything. That Ramakrishna was a very humorous thing. Is it so? Show me that. I will catch it. Where is it? I will catch it. Pratibhasika. Subjective. I know my mind. I can infer your mind, that is different. That is different thing. But clearly I can know what is happening in my mind. Pratibhasika. Pratibhasika means like your dream. subjective reality. In the dream, you saw many things. Can anyone else see that? Only you and you only can know. So therefore, my mind, only me and me alone can know. Others can infer, etc. That is possible. So that is fine. Because this fellow is behaving properly. But he has a sound mind with sound values, etc. This fellow is a rascal. So that means he has got wrong values and not the proper conduct, etc. That is okay. So it is whether it is from Vyavahara standpoint real or otherwise what? Pratibhatika asatya. In either case, it says he shunyaha eva. Shunya means not being there from the standpoint of Paramartha, final reality, or from the standpoint of Ajnana. Shunyaha eva. And therefore what? Shunyatva nitya vilinaha. Vilinaha. Vilina means nashtaha. Truly not there. Nashtaha. Vilinaha. Tasya, to such a person, in whose case this has taken place, such a person, kaivalya anyat kim avashishyate. For this person, kaivalya, Atma Swarupa, free from samsara, free from ajnana, what is called moksha. Other than moksha, freedom from everything, so freedom from bondage. What else can remain? Means nothing else remains. Nothing else remains. So that means, if this yakshaka is totally eliminated, you know what? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You need not chant Shanti also. Now we are chanting Shanti, you know why? Because three Ashantis are possible. That's what I say. It is not haphazardly. There is a sense in it. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So Shanti. So that is any Ashanti cause and Ashanti on account of embodiment, Adhyatmika Vikshepa. Eliminated. Ashanti. Shanti. Adi Bhautika. So Adi Bhautika. Ashanti on account of surrounding. Yesterday, Mahabaleshwar market is going on. It is Nazdiki. Yesterday that much sound was not there. Otherwise at times it comes very big salal and now noise comes. Or you are sitting in this hall and then over the roof monkeys are jumping. Or somebody's radio is blaring. Can you hear that is this thing? Bhautika. Or riots, etc. So means surrounding. Ashanti due to surrounding. Adi Bhautika. Lightning. Drought, floods. So because of phenomenal powers not functioning properly because of some rock as it were. So all these three Ashantis should be pacified. There should not be any obstruction in my pursuit of gaining this knowledge because my life is precious. And I should get this, that's why. Jantunam nara janma durlabha. We have no value for it. Anything which you get now is this. If you don't get it, when you sweat and toil, then that is what you realize the importance of that. Jantunam nara janma durlabha. Among the 64 lakhs of species, to get human embodiment is very, very difficult. So, Shakaracharya Vivek Chudamani starts with this. And to gain the Atma Jnana, the most fit instrument is human embodiment. Human embodiment is not designed for bhoga. Let us know for certain. It is designed for yoga. Yoga means Atma Jnana. So it is designed. Except one exception. Except Brahmaloka. the embodiments in Brahmaloka are better off than human embodiment, where the clarity of knowledge is to a very high degree. Number 2 is human embodiment. Shankaracharya in Kathomish Bhashya says, therefore, don't aspire for Brahmaloka, because Brahmaloka is very, very difficult to get. Negative marks are there. Aspire for that and you commit mistake, then it will come there. So that says, it is easier to gain the Atma Jnana in human embodiment than to get the Brahmaloka. So that is the case, says. So, and here, who is the culprit now? Mind. So that mind has to be ended. What remains is our Swarupa. You need not do anything whatsoever. So therefore he highlights that if this Yakshakaha, Manorupa Yakshakaha, for which Chitta Vetada, another word he is going to use, Lord Shiva, remember, this is not from my pocket. Shiva is teaching. Even if we don't understand, we have to give the benefit of doubt to him because we have not understood. Like if Krishna says something, in Bhagavad Gita there is a stanza. In the same stanza, first line contradicts with the second line. If any PhD researcher there, Krishna didn't know properly. Even a child can find out the contradiction. All that is there in the first line, negation, no is not there, second line, no is there. Negation. But when Krishna has said that, there must be some reason. Because he can't say, that's why Shraddha must be there. So that's why it's Shraddhasvatata, Shraddhasvatata. Sani have Shraddha, because who has given this? Parameshwara. What reason Parameshwara has got to tell us a lie or hoodwink us? He is Purna Paripurna Swarupa, Paramananda Swarupa. Except for the welfare of humanity, what purpose he has got even in terms of avatara? Varieties of avatars undergoing varieties of, that means what? The difficulties, etc. What for? For the sake of humanity. Loka Sangra. So therefore what? We should have that Shraddha. Shraddha. But mere Shraddha itself is not everything. If you go to North India, nothing but Shraddha only. But nothing moves there. Shraddha is the beginning point. Then conduct yourself according to the Shastra. In Adhyatma Shastra, Achara is very important. I will tell you what is there. Achara is very important in Adhyatma Shastra. Even a Bombay rickshawala knows. of all the people, Bombay rickshawala. You know, this happened about 4, 5, 6 weeks ago. One lady student brings once a week Diksha. Diksha means khana for me. My food she brings. And she has to come by rickshaw. And as usual, 2, 3 rickshawalas refused. Next one came. While coming, because of traffic signal, it halted at a place near the footpath. And there only the banana vendor from whom this lady purchased the banana was sitting. So she said, it was देखो तुम्हारा बेटा बहुत फसाता है, पैसा ज्यादा देता है और खराब केला देता है, इसको ठीक देने को बोलो. By the time Diksha moved, this lady was so annoyed. These youngsters, she murmured to herself, these youngsters want to make fast money. The rickshawala said, Madam, मैं कुछ बोलूं क्या? Madam, मैं कुछ बोलूं क्या? ये उनकी गलती नहीं है. उनको बचपन से ही पढ़ाई दी जाती है. पैसा कमाओ, पैसा कमाओ, पैसा कमाओ। स्कूल में जाओ, पैसा कमाओ। हाई स्कूल में जाओ, पैसा कमाओ। कॉलेज में जाओ, डॉक्टर बनो, इंजीनियर बनो, MBA बनो। इनको नीति के बारे में कौन बताता है? हमारे जमाने में वैसा नहीं था। See, he is in 50s, he is in 50s, and he chased for money earning अर्थार्जन। Polished Hindi only can speak अर्थार्जन ऐसा। So हमारे जमाने में ऐसे नहीं थे। पहले नीति, आचार और समाज में दूसरे को मदद करो, बाद में थोड़ा सा राजकारण, बाद में आता था अर्थार्जन। बाद में आता था अर्थार्जन। And now topic drifted to अध्यात्म। टॉपिक drifted to अध्यात्म। तो बोले ये अध्यात्म में दो प्रकार के गुरु होते हैं। एक लोक गुरु होता है, दूसरा सदगुरु होता है। ये लोक गुरु काम के नहीं है। ये करो तो वो भी देगा, वो करो तो ये भी, वो करो तो ये देगा। ऐसे बहुत लोग हैं, ये कुछ काम के नहीं। लेकिन सदगुरु होना चाहिए। सदगुरु जीव को ब्रह्म स्वरूप दिखाता है। तो सदगुरु जीव को ब्रह्म देता है, पर भगवान को दिखाता है। तो लेडीज है, हमारे स्वामी है, वो यही बताते हैं, उनके लिए मैं भिक्षा ले जाती हूँ। वो तो बाह्य सेवा हो गई। वो तो बाह्य, सच्ची सेवा ऐसी है तो क्या है, जो सदगुरु बताता है वैसा आचरण करना चाहिए। वो अभी देखो, इवन रिक्शा आचार ही नॉट वेरी इम्पोर्टेंट। So really, I marvel at that person. And that was a rickshaw. So the engineer is saying that achara is very important. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Like you all know, like some, especially in Ayurveda therapies, unless pathya, restricted diet is followed, medicine doesn't work. 10% that is what exact medicine it is, but it doesn't work because of no pathya. So like that, it's achara. In this, nothing can be such. In the Vedanta, no cheating is possible. If in spite of exposure not possible means adjustment is not proper. In fact, I was in the habit of getting an incident. I am tempted to tell you. See, this is when I was a boy of 10 or 11 years old. Near our town, 6 miles away, on a, what is that, river, a bridge was to be constructed. Hindustan Construction Company was given the contract. And so now today, so some of our classmates decided we'll go there for a picnic and stay there, because for us, even those days, this is about more than 55 years old. So even a drilling machine is a big machine for us. So that is there. So you went, about 4 or 5 persons went, etc. with 2.5 capital in the pocket. Out of 2.5, 1.5 for ferry. Go to it. 1.5 graciously given by parents for afternoon tea. The packet was there. So we went, but we were disappointed. When we went near the site, they don't allow. They don't allow to outsiders go there. We were disappointed. We could not go anywhere near. Fortunately, what happened was, one of our class teacher happened to come there. And he knew that his executive engineer in charge was his classmate or something. He knew him well, and he had come to see the site. So we started going behind this teacher to some extent. By that time that executive engineer came, etc. And they were talking and he was explaining that we were there, etc. So then he said, there a particular boring was going on in the river itself. So they were planning to go in a boat to show that. We were wondering whether like a tail we can also join or not, etc. We were just thinking, etc. Then he said, look, that girder is going, girder is moving. Then it's not girder. Suddenly a supervisor came running. Sir, girder is not moving. Girder means the beam which is put on two pillars. Sir, the girder is not moving. Without batting the eyelids, he said, check this alignment. Some alignment says, check this alignment. Sir, we have checked that alignment. I tell you, check that alignment, he shouted. Now he is a supervisor and he is an executive engineer. And he says, I have checked that. Now what he can do? He went. And afterwards they were talking as though you were there, etc. After 15 minutes, the engineer said, look, the girder is moving. We saw nothing. It's like crawling like an ant. You can't make out the movement, etc. And he said, you just fix one point and see that means the placement of how the distance has come, etc. Yes, it was moving. Meanwhile, the news came that because of some technical defect, the boring has stopped. Means going the boat and that is the thing. Now we were wondering, this engineer being here, telling and that supervisor tells what? We have checked the alignment and this person says nothing doing, that alignment is not correct. Like a Sarvajna, how he can find out that? So, but we have no courage to ask him, etc. But our teacher had us and he asked, how did you tell him like that? Without this, he said, say, listen, today is Sunday. My assistant engineer has not come. And the girder was to be launched. And all alignments to say, I have personally verified all alignments except this alignment. Because we should be very cautious. If that girder goes at a wrong angle, the pillar will be broken. What damage it is? So only one alignment, and that means if rest I have personally verified, if it is not made, that is not there. They have made a mistake in testing this thing. Now they are done. Likewise, in spite of exposure to Vedanta, if aparoksha jnana is not there, so alignment is wrong, girder is not moving, okay? What alignment? Antakarma, manas. This alignment is not there. So that is, there is no other reason. Why? Vedanta can't go wrong. Who has given? Ishvara. Not only that, it has been tested by who? Great masters. We mean to say Vyasa etc. will tell us without verification. Vyasa is the person who has not spoken a lie even out of humor and joke. It has been tested by that. So that so we should have patience and introspect and search within where what is going wrong. So that is the case. It says. So now everything is centered where? In this yaksha. Who is the yakshaka? Manolopeka, chitta vetala. If this fellow is terminated, what remains is everlasting shanti, not the shanti which is a passing phase of mind, but the shanti which is our swarupa, which itself is called moksha. Continue.
शून्य एव हि वेतालः इवेत्थं चित्तवासना उदितेयं जगन्नाम्नि तच्छान्तौ शान्तिरक्षतः
Akshata.
Akshata. The last word is Shanti Akshata.
Shanti Akshata becomes Shanti. There is no Rakshata there. Shanti Akshata becomes by Sandhi Shanti Akshata.
Anvaya. Shunye eva hi vetalaha. Iva itham Jagannamni. Second line. Second word. Jagannamni.
Udita iyam take iyam. Udita iyam becomes uditeyam.
Iyam chittavasana.
Jagannamni iyam chittavasana.
Chittavasana udita. Tat shantau akshata shantihi.
Akshata shantihi bhavati. Bhavati can be added. Says Shunye eva hi vetadaha eva. This illustration. Mind is exactly like this. Lord Shiva says Shunye. Shunye means in void. In void where there is nothing as such. Vetadaha eva. A child sees a ghost. Like a ghost seen in void. Really there is nothing there. No Vetala, nothing else also there. But sees a ghost. That way. Eva says Itham Jagannamni iyam chittavasana udita. So this is Jagannamni. This vasana, that is what? Chittavasana. You remember the context. What was Vasishtha's question? Maybe this Jagat is Mithya. But in spite of Mithya, it is a source of sorrow. So therefore, please give me a means, upaya, other than branding it as Mithya. Answer was what? Vasana. So Mithyatva has to be ascertained to the total extinction of the Vasana. So Vasana is said. So see, the context is Jivan Mukti. Jivan Mukti. So because otherwise, if Atma Jnana has taken place, and total Vasanakshaya is not there, Videha Mukti is guaranteed. But for Jiva Mukti, these three have to be taken to simultaneously. Tattva Jnana, Vasanakshaya, Manonash. One to the exclusion of other is not there. If you accomplish mere Vasanakshaya and Manonashaya, but no Tattva Jnana, no Videha Mukti. But if Tattva Jnana is there, Manonashaya, Vasanakshaya is not accomplished, Jivan Mukti is not there, you will be pestered by the Drishta Sukha Dukkha, but Videha Mukti is guaranteed. So this should be kept in the mind as well. Because what happens in Yogavasistha, at certain places Manonashaya is highlighted, at certain places Vasanakshaya is highlighted, and at certain places Tattva Jnana is highlighted. So we should know this is all sorted out where Jivan Mukti Viveka, which you have already studied. That's what I am telling. For Yoga Vasishtha, Jivan Mukti Viveka is the key. With that key you can proceed. Otherwise, there is room for such doubts or misunderstanding. That's why it says Chittavasana Udita. So there is Shunye Vetalaha Iva. This word Itham, in the same manner, the Jagannamni Chittavasana. This also shows Jagat is projection of this mind in terms of this software of Vasanas. Udita says Tatshantau. When the Chitta Vasana is totally pacified, terminated, ended, Akshata Shanti. Akshata Shanti, everlasting peace, Swarupa Shanti. Ashanti comes how? Vikshepa. Ashanti comes because of Vikshepa. See, no thoughts in the mind, you feel relatively what? calm and composed. More thoughts, you get agitated as well. So that's why. But this is not a passing phase of Antakarana. It is Swarupa Shanti. In Swarupa, Ashanti is not possible. Do you know why? Swarupa is free from Antakarana. Where there is Antakarana, Ashanti is possible. Swarupa is Nirvishesha. Atma is Nirvishesha. Chaitanya is Nirvishesha in its Swarupa. There is no possibility of what? Any Ashanti Vikshepa. Therefore, Akshata. Akshata means indestructible Shanti. Now, with this, in spite of this, if a person runs after this Jagat called the Jagat like the Krishna Jala Viraj water, high upon such person, this person is not worthy of any Upadesha at all. Shiva says, Lord Shiva says. And not only he says, and if at all anyone teaches him, there is no greater fool. So therefore tomorrow you will say, you don't prove yourself to be that person. I have already taught you. So if you prove yourself, I will get branded as a Mahamurkha. Spare me, okay? Tomorrow you see.
Swasti prajabhya paripalentam Yayena margena mahimahisha O brahmanebhya shubhamastu nityam Loka samasta sukhiyo bhavantu Kale varshatu varjanyah Prithvi satyashadini Eshoyam kshodarahitah Brahmana santu nirvaya Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah Sarve santu niramaya Sarve bhadrani pashyantu Ma kashchid dukkhamad bhavet Asato ma sadgamaya Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya Mrityorma amritam gamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam